Hi, I'm Danny.
And I'm Jess.
And this is our senior project.
Our senior project is called Survival Guide to Senior Year.
We had a lot of general ideas to what our senior project would be,
but we wanted to make more of like an influence and a mark before we left for college.
But this is coming from students, so it's kind of more personal and more something that you can take to heart because we're going through it right now.
Here are some tips and reminders. Tips and tricks.
Here are the tips and tricks to getting to senior year.
Enjoy! When you go into your fifth block, the kids that you're with are kids you're going to be with for the next 4 years. You go to your fifth block twice a week for about 45 minutes, and you a lot of the time take tests and things that are really important and everyone needs to do.
Fifth block to me is just a place where I can go and help out freshmen, like get to know each other. And they were kind of timid at first, but I feel like it's really big to just get to know each other and get to know the school and just not be afraid, you know. Like when I was a freshman, I knew I was scared. Like when I got off the bus on the first day, I was kind of worried, but Link Crew helped me out a lot.
Definitely, I think the people that are in your fifth block, you really get to build a connection with throughout your whole high school career. And your fifth block teacher, they're just someone that you go to when you have a problem.
Coming into the new high school, I was really nervous because there was a lot of different people. But in my fifth block, I made one of my best guy friends.
Over the years, we definitely become more close because freshman year, you kind of walk in and it's all these different types of people. You have the athletes, you have the really smart kids, just all these different types of people. But through the years, you become super close with them, and it's now we're all friends. Now we're all. I'll say hi to all these people in the hallway, people that you wouldn't think you would usually be friends with, and that's because of the block. Throw a quick shout out to Miss Kelly, Yem over there. How at you, girl?
Your GPA is your grade point average. It's an average of all your grades through every year of school. Definitely don't slack off. Do your best whenever you can.
I didn't really think about how important my GPA was until probably senior year when I started applying to colleges.
The weighted also shows colleges that, you're a hard worker. You take the hard classes, and that's what colleges want to see.
Alright, so to me, GPA doesn't really mean, it doesn't define how smart you are at all. It's some people, I'm a smart guy, I just don't take tests well.
Of course your GPA doesn't define you. If you have a bad GPA, it doesn't mean you're not smart.
I don't think GPA defines your intelligence. I think everything else that you're involved with defines who you are, what you do outside of school, what you're passionate about defines you.
I don't, because freshman year I had so much going on with the varsity sport and the whole new high school thing that I wasn't able to cope with it all. That's why I did so bad. And then the next 3 years when I figured out time management, and I got straight A's ever since.
You walk into high school is when it all starts, so take your GPA seriously. All of it counts to your senior year. You don't want to be in your senior year wishing you had done better.
As a freshman walking into high school is at the exact second you walk into high school. Basically your college career starts.
I believe Naviance is beneficial because it's just an easy way to send all your transcripts at one time to college. Instead of sending them one by one to colleges, you can just request all of them and your guidance counselor will send them for you, as well as recommendation letters from teachers. It just makes it a whole lot easier. And I think you should get started early because a lot of kids request their transcripts, so the earlier you request them, the faster they'll go out, the faster you can apply to college and get accepted.
Naviance is awesome for finding out what colleges you want to go to. Even if you're not thinking about it in your freshman and sophomore years, it's an awesome thing to use in your junior and senior years.
Naviance is honestly one of the best things that has ever happened to me in high school. Honestly, it helps you just apply to college, it gets your transcripts in, it helps you get your letter of recommendations, and once you're in your junior year, you should really start going on it just to look at, they have a college search where you type in all your preferences, you want a 4-year college, you want it to be co-ed, private, whatever, or sports if you're going there for sports, and then it gives you a list of possible colleges that meet the things that you want.
apply early to college. Get your applications in early because the earlier you get them in, the earlier you'll hear back, and the less you'll have to wait.
Definitely apply early because then your senior year, it just takes a lot of weight off your shoulders because it's just a lot easier to get through it all.
Just because a lot of your friends are going there, that shouldn't mean why you should want to go there. You know, when you're looking at a college, you got to realize that the whole point of college and your career is not about the team, but about you as an individual.
I thought it would be really easy, and now that I'm doing it, it's a lot of like stress. And I think that you should be looking at colleges starting your junior year, early in junior year, and kind of like have an idea of where you want to apply.
Well, basically SATs, other than your GPA, are the most important thing that colleges look at. So taking the SATs are very important. Some tips, probably the number one tip is process of elimination. Tip number 2, if you don't know if you don't know the answer and you're not sure about a question, definitely skip it, because if you get it wrong, you'll lose a quarter of a point. And you don't want to lose points. That's not good. Hurry, you're being timed. Even if you do know a lot of the answers, it still takes a while.
Before you take SATs, you should sign up for SAT boot camp. I think that's what we get before, or you should get a tutor, because I know that preparing in advance definitely helps you rather than just going into it blind and not knowing what to expect.
8 hours and 32 minutes of sleep.
SATs pretty much suck, and there's no way of getting around it. My one tip for you would be bring food. You gotta hit up the Wawa before you go there.
Okay, so if you're going to ask for a letter of recommendation from your teacher, you definitely have to go up to them first and ask. Don't be nervous, because they're going to say yes, because they want you to get into college. But after you ask them in person, you have to go on Naviance and you have to request a letter of recommendation from that teacher. And you should also include a thank you message within that request.
Particularly somebody you're close to, or whatever teacher has been a mentor to you throughout high school would be a good person to choose.
Freshman year.
Basically, like after the first week of school, I tried really hard, and then after that, I stopped caring. I don't know.
I think in the beginning you care more because you're still used to like school and everything, but like after the first like month it's done. But then like when you start applying to college and then you realize like, oh my god, I need to get my stuff together.
First day, senior year.
Oh boy. When did I first experience senior year? It's probably junior year, I think, because junior year was definitely stressful and I just wanted to be out of here, but then I realized that I have approximately 300 days left of school.
Don't let it get to you, because even if you get accepted to college, they could retract your exception if your grades get too bad. So if I get accepted and then I fail every class, they could automatically just, nope, you're not accepted anymore. So don't think that now you're accepted to college that you can just automatically not do any work, because it doesn't work like that.
Don't be afraid, because people think that you'll get scared in the halls, all the big kids and the hard classes, but it's not as hard as it looks. Ease into it, and you'll get through it.
Time management. Make sure you get sleep, because I didn't and I regret all of that.
Be open to making new friends, because you're going to make so many memories in the next 4 years of high school, and those people and those memories that you make are going to be what you take to college.
One tip I would probably give everyone in high school is make sure you pay attention in class and take notes. And when it comes time for tests, if you are struggling or need help, ask your teachers for help.
If I had to give anyone a tip, I would say, honestly, smile more, say hi to more people, and just remember that Saturn's a community.
You know, people always tell you, oh, and I'm sure everyone's heard this, like, oh, you've changed, or you've changed a little bit, like, you're not the same person as you used to be. Well, it's inevitable that you're going to change, you know, you're going to make new friends, you're all going different places in the end anyway. So don't let those things get to you, and just develop at your own pace, because you can't really control it.
I would say my biggest one would be freshman year, you definitely need to focus on your grades. I know getting used to the high school is like this big thing. You want to be in the in crowd, you want to be cool, you want to be friends with, you know, the hot popular people, but you really need to put your studies first because that's what's going to matter most later on in high school when you're applying for colleges.
High school is a great place to like find out who you are and express yourself, because in middle school and junior high, like you're just trying to fit in with everyone else and like follow the norm. But like in high school, you can really do whatever you want, and it really prepares you for your future. And don't be intimidated of the seniors. I mean, like, look at me. Do I look scary?
So many times students forget you can get 3 things a la mode.
One thing I could say about your senior year is that don't be wishing it away in December for it to be graduation, because before you know it, you're going to be crossing the stage, shaking Dr. Verano's hand and getting your diploma.
Something that I'm personally afraid of is leaving and losing a lot of my friends.
We're all going different places, we're all moving on with our lives, we're all becoming adults and going into the real world, so it's kind of scary knowing that I won't see these people every day.
What I miss most about high school is basically seeing my friends every day and just enjoying being around the halls of Sadison.
What I miss just seeing everyone in the hallway.
What's up? What are we gonna miss the most? You think so? No, you should take it, bro. Alright, man. The thing I think I'll miss most is the people that are in my life constantly give me encouragement, smiles, and those awesome teachers we have.
There's a couple. Since we were only like the second year in school, I think the school has like grown as like more of like a family, and it's more like enjoyable to be in.
Not sure what I'm supposed to do with my hands right now.
Thinking that saber-toothed tiger on me. Gosh darn it, what is that?
That's really good.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you gonna say something? I don't know. Are you gonna say something? I'm trying to think, man. They're waiting! Is the thing on you again? Yeah, no, it's not. Mostly, I would say the unweighted is a big
Being a nuisance.
Hi, I'm Danny.
And I'm Jess.